Damn, the Indiana Pacers. I really thought they were really going to do it. And this team has really surprised me this year. And let's talk about it. I want to hear before we start this video down below, what do you think of Nate Jorgen? Hopefully I said that correctly, as a head coach for the Indiana Pacers. And let's get into the video. So, Nate Jorgen has done a really good job. I feel like, first off, utilizing Myles Turner correctly. I almost said Turner. I don't know why. But Myles Turner had what seemed like a quiet year last year, and from hearing from other Indiana Pacers fans, it seems like it was because Nate McMillan incorrectly utilized Myles Turner, and then Sabonis broke out. So it was just culminating factors that he just didn't get utilized correctly. But for tonight, he was 3 for 6 from 3. It was really, really great to see that. And I know his three-point shooting hasn't been all that this year, but he's taking attempts, and it seems like he's finally getting into rhythm. I feel like to start the year off, it was a little slow for him in the sense that it wasn't, he wasn't like popping off immediately. But I think tonight he really came up and he said, "What's up?" And I think it was a really good thing to see, and it was a great game from Myles Turner. I was impressed by him, especially on the defensive side. I think he's a great player. He had 3 blocks, and he had 6 rebounds. He doesn't rebound as much anymore that I would like him to. I wish he would rebound closer to 10, and I think that's just because Sabonis does it, and he's more of a boxer out. I think he doesn't get seen as much. People don't give much credit to people who box other people out, because there's no stat to how many times you box somebody out to lead to your other teammate getting a rebound. I feel like that's a stat that should be tracked. That's just me being nerdy, maybe. I feel like that would actually help a lot of people. So the next thing that was interesting was Sabonis. Sabonis is just a really, really good player. A lot of people said he wasn't athletic coming into the NBA. He wasn't going to be able to play. And crazy, on his third team now, technically third team, because wasn't it? He got drafted by Orlando, then it went to the Thunder on draft night, and then Indiana. So it's technically his second team. Sorry for my ignorance. But he's a double-double machine. This is a guy who's always going to get a double-double every single game. He's always going to get 10 points. And I think this is going to be his best year. I think it's an all-star year. He's showing a great job at becoming a facilitator on the offensive side. I never would have thought that Sabonis is kind of taking the Nikola Jokic. I'm not saying he's playing like Jokic, but in the sense that being the team's offensive facilitator, he's the guy who gets the ball and sets up the offense so they're able to score, and because he takes all the attention from the defense towards him, because they're either expecting him to back out or back down or pop it. And this way he operates around the paint and post area, and he's able to facilitate the ball around the court, the paint, and the perimeter, which I never would have suspected from Sabonis coming into the NBA. And it's just been a sight. 8 assists tonight, 5 assists the other night, 11 to start the season when he had that triple-double. Great game. Another guy, Victor Oladipo. Seems like he's found his confidence again. Victor Oladipo it's crazy to think about. 3 years he's been on the Indiana Pacers. This is his 4th season. So last year of his contract. It was crazy. It seemed like everyone's like, the Pacers are going to be so good because they have 4 years of Oladipo after his first year there. And it's crazy to see that Victor Oladipo is now finally finding his footing. He was back. He didn't break 20 points for the last 2 seasons, and I know he played 22 games only combined. But it's really crazy to think about that, how different things were 4 years ago to how they are now, that we're all we're finally thinking that this is going to be the year Victor Oladipo will look like how he did 3 years ago. And it's a shame that he got injured and everything, because, man, were they a good team? Victor Oladipo showed so much potential, and I think it was his chip on his shoulder. I think he still plays with the chip on his shoulder, without a doubt. You can see it now, especially with the injuries, but before, because he had been traded then already 2 times. So you could see that he was just people don't realize how good I am. So it's interesting to think I think Sabonis is going to be the best player this year, but don't be surprised if actually Victor Oladipo ends up being the best player on this team and making like third team All NBA, because I think this is a redemption season, and I think this is the year. I think Sabonis will most improved at least. So I think that's at least like a good sign. You know what I mean? At least that he'll get an award. I really do think he'll get an award because of how good he's been this season. I think it's really impressive how good he has been. He's been by far their best player up to this point, and I think Victor Oladipo had a better game. But yeah, TJ Warren. You remember TJ Warren? Like they were like bubble MVP. Where you at though? Like he's kind of like just been falling back to earth. TJ Warren again. I think it's just funny because it's crazy to think about how people were hyping him up. Like I saw so many videos on YouTube. Everyone's like, TJ Warren is going to win MVP. TJ Warren, unsung hero. Or like just all that bull. And don't know. I'm not putting any shame to TJ Warren. First off, you're in the NBA. He is a borderline all-star and has been for years. No shame about on him or putting you know what I mean? I'm not trying to put anything bad on his name. I do just want to say that it's just kind of interesting to see how he's fallen back to earth after people were continuously hyping him up this offseason after his bubble play, which he well deserved because he was really good. He was really good and he deserved that. But the thing is I want to see with Nate Jorgen is to continue. This team is going to be a playoff team. I think they could actually be a third seed. And I think what ends up going to happen is this team has the potential, I truly do believe, to be a scary team, like the dark horse of the East. The usual Indiana Pacers that we saw in like 2013, 2014 when they were going against, in like 2012 too, when Paul George was there. Like that kind of swagger where, I'm not saying like the same team or anything, but in the sense where people were like, whoa, this thing I like around the All-Star break, they were like, Roy Hibbert, Paul George, where's this team coming around? That's where I think it's going to be like Sabonis, Turner, and Oladipo. Brogdon being like the good point guard that he is, just being all around good, a jack of all trades essentially, and being a consistent player constantly. So I think that'll just be so much fun to watch. But if you made it to this part of the video, it's the end of the video, guys, I want to hear your opinions down below. But that's pretty much it from me. Hit that like and subscribe button for more daily NBA videos like this on the regular. So as always, guys, I really do hope you guys have a great day, because I know I will. Till next, guys. Peace out.